Hi, Karl again. Thanks for stopping by. Today, just a real quick message about time management and some of the problems that we as real estate professionals have with it. Basically, there's a couple quick points that I wanted to bring up that Mike taught me and I thought were very important that I thought maybe you might enjoy as well. And basically, Mike had said that, the first thing we need to understand is we need to learn how to manage our time. And to do so, there was a couple quick things we needed to look at. First, the number one problem. Number one, numero uno, the big cheese. The number one problem that we have in real estate is time management. And the reason why it's a problem is simply because we're independent contractors. That's bottom line, cut and dry, what the problem is. Look, if you think about it, if you were in real estate, okay, let's say prior to real estate, if you were in any kind of job where you had people working for you, okay, and as my own experience, it's a lot easier for me to understand because in real estate, prior to real estate, I was in the military. And in the military, I had about 10 people working for me. And it was really simple for me to go ahead and establish a schedule, say, okay, this is what needs to be done at this time. By such and such, we need to have this accomplished. And by this time, we're going to leave, okay? It was very simple. And for 10 people, I had it down to a T. I could schedule it out very easily. Nowadays, okay, I have a team that works with me to try and go ahead and sell a lot of real estate. And the problem is that they are independent contractors. Now, I can't tell them when to be here, and I can't tell them when to leave, and I can't tell them how long to work, and I can't tell them. All I can do is set up certain parameters of what I'd like to see happen. But it's upon them individually to make that happen. So there's an element of control that we have to give away. And as independent contractors, we find ourselves facing that huge problem. And because of that, that's why we have so much time issues. If you're wanting to find out why it is you have problems with your time, you need look no further than the fact that you're an independent contractor. Now, to manage your time more effectively, you need to treat what you do as though it was a real job. That's the whole key. If you can treat what you do as a real estate professional as a real job, you're going to go light years beyond what your competition can do. So let's take a quick look at what it is you do in a real job. In a real job, okay, you show up. You show up at a particular time. All right? You don't come breezing in at 10 a.m. You don't leave at 2. You kind of go at a particular time and you leave at a particular time. Okay? So you show up at a proper time. You do what you're supposed to do at the proper time. At the proper time. Okay? And then you leave at a proper time. That's what you do at a regular job. In a regular job, let's pretend that you're pressing license plates or something, right? You come in at 8. You press license plates from 8 to, say, 8:30 or 9. Take a break. Take a break for 10 minutes. Come back. Press some more license plates till noon. Take a lunch. After lunch, you press more license plates. And then you leave at 5. And that's what you do, okay? That's what you do. You see, your prospects and your customers, if you could dive into their head, you'd discover, shockingly, that they think you have a real job. Believe it or not, they think you got a real job. So why don't we act that way? Simple. The next thing, you need to identify your priorities. You see, the biggest thing about real estate is we major in the minors and we minor in the majors. We spend a lot of time working on the things that make us little or no money. So we need to ID, okay, the priorities. What is it that is going to make you the most money in the next half hour? What is it that you can do in the next 50 minutes that's going to make or break you today? Okay? So for example, what are you going to do that's going to make you money today? Just stop for a minute and think about it. In your schedule today, what is it that you're going to do that is going to bring in money? Just think about that for a minute. And after you've thought about that, if you've thought to yourself, okay, well, I'm going to hold an open house today. Okay, great. I'm going to prospect today. Perfect. Okay. But if you're thinking to yourself, I don't really have anything I'm scheduled to do today, or I'm going to get ready for an open house, or I'm going to collect some phone numbers for prospecting, or I'm going to go preview some homes for some buyers, You're not making money. I'm sorry. Nobody is writing a check to you to do that. That's just not what's going to happen, okay? So you have to think to yourself, what do I have to do daily to get the goals that I've set for myself, okay? Stephen Covey wrote a really good book about this. It was called Putting First Things First. And I'll just write it down here real quick. Putting first things first. With Stephen Covey. And it's a great book. Stephen Covey, as you remember, is the fellow who wrote the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And he also wrote a book called Putting First Things First, because he wrote in there, he noticed that a majority of people spend so much time majoring in those things that are not going to be productive for them. And so what Mike's trying to tell us here is, look, you need to identify those things that will make you money, okay? And then spend a lot of time doing it. If you can spend 50, 60, 70, 80% of your day doing the things that will actually bring you money, then you're going to do well. And remember, this is not a charity, guys. This is, in fact, a profit business. And if you're not in a for-profit business, you're here to make really no money, then that's okay, work, and then just give me some of what you've got, and that'll be perfectly fine with me. I won't turn it down. So the next thing, okay, that you need to understand, that the third reason why we're having problems, okay, I'm sorry, the fourth reason, is that you have to remember a lack of motivation always causes a time management problem. If you're finding yourself running out of time at the end of the day, if you're finding yourself, oh, I just can't seem to do what I need to do, or I just don't have enough hours in the day, or whatever, okay, remember, lack of motivation almost always creates a time management problem. And the reason why is because you have no compelling goals that will set you on the right track. So for example, if you knew that you were going on vacation at the end of the week, okay? Today is Thursday. And so let's pretend that you knew that next Monday you're going on vacation. You're going to the Cayman Islands for 2 weeks. Wow, what a great vacation. I've done it myself. It's wonderful. I would highly recommend that you go scuba diving in the Caymans if you get a chance. The thing is that if you knew, and you've experienced this, that you're going to go on vacation, okay, in 3 or 4 days, you're going to bust your hump to try and get everything done you can before you leave. And then when you get back to work after your 2 weeks, you're wet rested and you're tan and you're okay and everything's fun, you go right back into the old methods that you had before. It's because you have a lot of time, right? You see, when you're motivated to get something done, because you know your time is short, you will get a lot done, okay? And the truth is that all you need to really focus on is the fact that I have very little time. I don't have time to deal with this right now. I don't have time to deal with that right now. You have to pick and choose. That lack of motivation is always going to cause you a problem if you let it. So you want to make sure that you focus on what you're doing and then put priorities on it to get what you say you want. Don't ever forget, okay, number 5, that, either you create your schedule, either you control it, or somebody else will, okay? Or someone else will. I mean, let's just be honest, okay? When was the last time you went and you called your doctor and you said, "Doctor, I want to see you at 4 o'clock on Tuesday." And they just leapt for joy and said, "Yay, I'll be happy to. Of course I'll see you," right? No, it doesn't work like that. You go and see your doctor when they're ready for you. Why is it that it's different? The difference is because they control their schedule, okay? They don't leap at the sound of your bell. They're not Pavlov's dog, all right? And so the fact is that you can't let somebody else control your schedule. You can't let somebody else decide for you how you're going to run your day. So you have to take control of that by any means necessary. You have to be ruthless when it comes to your schedule. Because if you're not, okay, The winds of change, the force, people, will come from all around, and they will pick and choose your battles for you. So you have to control that and be in charge of it. Okay. Set your schedule. Number 6. Set your schedule based on your goals. Okay, not somebody else's. Because the fact is that what it takes me to get, say, 65, 75, 100 deals done, what it's going to take me to do that versus what it might take you to do that is something completely different. My skill set might be a lot less than yours. So, for example, the Kurt Stinsons of the world, Kurt can knock out 120, 130 deals. He's got a skill set. He's got staff. He's got a certain amount of systems in place. And for him to knock out 120 deals, okay, is fairly simple. He does it over and over and over again. For Sandy Heath, it's the same way, okay. For somebody like Joe Blow, who just came out of real estate school, he doesn't have those set schedules. He doesn't have those skill sets, and he doesn't have those systems yet. So for the Joe Blow real estate agent to just get out of school and try to adopt the schedule that Sandy Heath or perhaps Kurt Stinson has and expect to have that same kind of result is just not going to work. And the reason why is because they have the experience, they have the systems, and they also have the staff and the skill set it takes to make these things happen. So you have to set your schedule based on your goals, okay, and your skill sets, all right? Keep your schedule, number 7, keep it workable, okay? Changeable, all right? And make it to where it's very, very public, okay? Let everybody know about your schedule. Because the more people that can know about your schedule, that hold you accountable, that say, hey, wait a minute, it's 9 o'clock. How come you're not prospecting? Or, hey, you said you're going to hold an open house on Sunday from 10:30 to, say, 2. How come you didn't do it? The more people that hold you accountable to something, the greater the odds are that you're going to get it done. Think about it when you were in high school, when you were sitting in class and it was time for the bell to ring to move from algebra to say history. You didn't sit there and just wait for things to happen, okay? You didn't say, no, I don't want to go to geometry today. I think I'm just going to sit here and sit through English again. It doesn't happen. The bell rings, you got your butt out of the chair, and you went on to the next class. Make your schedule public where everybody can see it. Everybody knows what you're supposed to be doing, when and where, and then let them hold you accountable to it. A typical schedule, okay, well, I think we covered it before, but I'll cover it again, all right? A typical schedule for a one-on-one, somebody who's in one-on-one coaching with Mike Ferry, is going to be something like this, okay? They're going to come in anywhere from, say, 7:30 to, I don't know, 8 or something along those lines. They're going to go ahead and maybe, role play. Get warmed up, know what to say, practice their scripts. Okay, say 8 o'clock to say, 11, they're going to prospect. From, say, 11 to 11:30, they're going to do some lead follow-up on the people that they've found. Okay, 11:30 to noon. They're going to probably do a little bit of, returning phone calls. Noon to 1, lunch. And then the afternoon schedule is pretty simple, okay? At the top of every hour, they might actually from 1 to 2, they might do some admin, okay, get their transactions in order. And then from 3 on the top of every hour to the rest of the day, 5 or 6, they're either going to go on appointments or they're going to prospect. It's pretty simple. And that's pretty much a perfect schedule for you. If you can go ahead and set up your morning schedule from, say, 7:30 to noon, if you can set that up for your day, the rest of the day will take care of itself. There's no question in my mind. If you're out there on the phone or holding open houses or doing whatever you can to generate business 5 days a week, okay, from 8 to noon, all right, you're going to be rolling in a lot more business than you ever thought possible. And so keep that in mind when you're doing your prospecting, and keep that in mind when you're doing your schedule. I hope this was of value to you. You take care, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day.